Vista.
Why do I care about ants? I don't know, dude, but I'm gonna fucking... Alright, Gooner Rivals, we don't care about your game. They added some new character that's obnoxious,
3 months
bro. Let's
ago,
go.
I built 2 completely different ant civilizations, separated by a deadly river. On
Tell me you care about ants right now. I want to hear it.
one side was a jungle ant colony filled with moist soil, carnivorous plants, and plenty of natural resources.
What the fuck is this, bro? Put a butthole tree in there?
Civilizations, separated by a deadly river. On one side was a jungle ant colony filled with moist soil, carnivorous plants, and plenty of natural resources.
Bro, why you got the butthole tree in there? Hey. Y'all, chat. Why he got the butthole tree in there? What are we doing? That shit is tweaking, bro. Look at this thing. Bro got the fucking doo-doo tree in there. That's wild work, bro. The glory tree. Hey. I don't know, but I need one for my aquarium. Where do you get that tree at? Somebody drop the link when you find it. Let me know. For my aquarium.
On the other side was a desert colony, a harsh landscape of dry sand, spiny plants,
You
and
said what the people want to see is you reading my DM. All right. Here's what I'm going to be honest with you. If I read this DM and it's some fucking brain rot, I'm going to just get off for the day, dude. I'm going to just get off for the day. It's probably brain rot.
seeds that were difficult to find, and between them, a dangerous river crawling with predators. But in
The
the
fuck is that?
middle of that river is an island.
You said what kind of fish you got? Don't worry about that, dude. I got the bony-eared ass fish. I got the bony-eared ass fish, bro. You know what that is? I'm not even trolling you. That's a real fish. You ever seen it? See? Bro thought I was fucking around. The bony-eared ass fish. It's a real fucking fish, dude. It's a deep-sea cuck. It's a deep-sea cuck eel for its flabby, tiny brain. Damn, bro. Why they roasted that? They roasted this fish so hard. The bony-eared ass fish is a deep-sea cuck eel notable for its flabby body and tiny brain. Dude, they fucking fried this fish, bro. Cooked them.
Island full of yummy seeds.
You actually got that? No, I don't actually. Braden, the joke was that I wanted to buy that tree for the non-existent aquarium I have so I can fuck it because it looks like a butthole, dude. That was the
problem.
That was the joke. That went way over your head. I don't like walking. Dude, when I got to walk you guys through jokes, man, it gives me, I lose hope.
It is almost impossible to reach. Over the next 100 days, these ants will face extreme survival challenges. And on day 100, I will build a bridge between the two worlds. Will the two colonies share their resources, or will this end in total war? Let's find out. To understand how this all started, we need to go back to day 1. I carved a narrow river and filled the tank with soil. To give the ants a massive incentive to explore, I built a secret cache at the very bottom of the tank. A couple of feeder cockroaches and silkworms I picked up from Petco. This protein-rich reward was a test hidden deep beneath the dirt. Would the ants uncover this treasure, or would it decay and be lost forever? With the foundation in place, it was time to bring the jungle to life. I planted an ant plant at the center of the jungle. Ants are naturally drawn to this plant. Inside its swollen base are hollow chambers, almost like tiny rooms built just for them.
The ant plant, bro.
In nature, ants live inside these spaces, using plants as a fortress. And in return, they protect it from enemies and provide with valuable nutrients. Right next to it, I planted a butterwort. It looked harmless then, but would soon become one of the fiercest hunters in this world. The leaves of this plant are coated in a glistening, sweet-smelling sticky substance. The moment an insect takes a
poison.
sip, it will get hopelessly trapped, slowly dissolving alive as the plant feeds on its body. Over on the other side of the river, the environment is
Bro just put a demon plant, a spawn of hell, on the ant side. He's like on this ant side, we put some delicious food and some shit for them. On this side, we put the spawn of Satan to terrorize the fucking...
much harsher.
Yeah.
I filled the desert zone with various spiny plants. These spike sentinels offer almost zero moisture or food, meaning any ant will have to navigate a harsh desert full of razor-sharp needles just to search for
wild, bro.
a single seed. So now the two worlds are ready. It's now time to introduce the rulers of these worlds. Meet the Ant Queen. She mated years ago and stored sperm inside her body. That single event was enough to
They didn't have to put the little fella giving pack shots on here.
fertilize eggs and produce an entire colony on her own. I released her with her first generation of workers into her forest. She quickly moved toward the soil and started exploring. A few moments later, she wandered toward the deadly butterwort, getting dangerously close. One wrong step and she could be instantly trapped.
She's gonna
ending
get
the
vaporized by the
experiment
hell
before it even
plant.
begins. Luckily, at the last moment, she turned and
Just
moved in
dumbing
another
out.
direction.
Dude, all right, now remember the statement I made earlier. I said if it said what animal, if it was as smart as humans, would take over the world. I said ants. Now remember that.
Eventually, she pushed her way into the soil, disappearing beneath the jungle floor. Next, I released the second queen into the sandy desert alongside her own fierce workforce.
You know how pissed you'd be if you set up this entire video? Like you buy this like aquarium tank and all the shit for it, you build their little environment and you drop the queen in there and they just die. They just do the bug classic where you set them down, they roll over on their back and they go... you just go, fuck! How much is a queen ant? Are those bitches expensive or what?
Imagine being able to build
like, you just be pissed. Oh my goodness.
Within seconds, the ants got to work. They dug a hole and the queen moved underground to raise her new colony.
How do ants decide where to put an ant pile? How much do you think it costs to buy the ants? I don't know, dude. I would assume not expensive. They're fucking ants. How much is a desert ant queen? If I had to guess, I would say like $20. How much is a colony of desert ants? Ants for sale. Queen ants for sale. Stateside ants. America's ant shop. What the fuck, dude? This is why I feel like we're an international or intergalactic cable, bro. People are just buying ants off the ants.com. Best sellers. I don't know why this is so stupid to me, bro. Yo, walk into Petco and say, do you guys have any ants? Is crazy work, bro. Dude, that is crazy fucking work, bro. Walk into fucking Petco, walk into Petland. Hey, you go, hey, how can we help you today? You looking for a dog, a cat, a fish? Oh, actually, no, I was looking for ants. Do you guys have any ants? Yeah. Dude. Yeah, they're on the ground, dipshit. Oh my god, bro. Damn, bro. 50 bucks? That's disgusting. Ants be taxing out here.
Then came the first storm. Rain fell on this tiny world. The river filled with water as
That
it
shit
flowed
is
through the
jokey,
tank,
bro. Holy
separating the
fuck.
two colonies forever. On the jungle
Dude.
side, new green shoots began to rise. By day 15, the ants had built an intricate nest. Chambers had
Holy
been
fuck, that was
carved.
stupid.
And remember those dead insects I placed at the bottom as food? After days of relentless digging, a group of workers finally broke into the buried treasure. The ants swarmed it. Mandibles latched on, legs pulled apart, and pieces began disappearing into the tunnels. On the jungle side, there was not even a sign of the silkworm. It's safe to say the colony had quietly uncovered and consumed the entire reward long before I noticed.
Damn, bro. They fucking got to that. Dude, they got to that silkworm. Got it. Business. Bro said $50 for a chestnut clipper ant is cheap. Bro, acting like he's the anthologist now, bro. What do you mean? You didn't know shit about ants a second ago. Now you fucking know the price of them?
These ants have a highly developed
bro's an expert on ant worth.
Sense of smell. They use their antenna to detect chemical cues and subtle smell pheromones, even through layers of soil. On day 17, I added a reward to the desert side, a mini lotus pod filled with seeds ants love. But there was a problem.
I don't like the way that thing fucking looks, bro. Making buttermilk pancakes, do I add cinnamon? If you want to, but if you're going to add cinnamon, you got to add sugar. Cinnamon and sugar go hand in hand. You got to mix them up. Teaspoon of cinnamon, teaspoon of sugar, mix it up, dice it over the top. Buster. Wait, we should do a cooking stream, no?
Seeds were trapped inside a
we should do a cooking stream, bro.
tough shell, and if the ants wanted them, they had to break in. I
Cook lunch. Nah, I'd rather just DoorDash lunch.
dropped it into the
I wish I could do a multi-view cooking stream, though.
desert.
How do people stream IRL with, like, the fancy streams and shit? How do they do that? I don't know how they fucking do that shit.
Arena, and almost instantly, the ants swarmed it. One ant even pushed its hole back inside, trying to rip a seed loose.
Bro, what are these fucking things
But
doing?
for now, nothing worked. In the meantime, to make the river feel like a complete ecosystem, I needed something living inside it. Something that could turn the water from a simple barrier into a hunting ground.
Okay, bro's about to put another demon in the tank.
Meet.
This dude is literally just putting fucking foul creatures. I mean, he's making an environment, but he's also just
The
like...
dragonfly nymph. These aquatic predators hunt anything tiny that gets too close. As
The dragonfly nymph.
soon as I added them, they went straight to the bottom where they could hide and wait. One day, this tiny underwater predator will climb out of the water and transform into a real dragonfly. But for now, it's a silent aquatic hunter. One of the
Dude, bugs are literally like... Imagine the glass breaks and now he's just got ants and fucking dragonfly nymphs all over his floor.
dragonfly nymphs slowly crept toward the edge of the water, knowing this is exactly where ants wander. And sure enough, an ant appeared the same stretch of shoreline.
EVE Online is
Hey, I'm locked in, bro. This video is cash.
In an instant, the nymph launched forward, snapping its extendable jaw onto the ant and dragging it straight into the water.
Yeah, see, but bugs are fucking stupid, though. So, like, imagine you pull a fire ant into the water and you're like, hell yeah, and then you just start getting lit the fuck up. And you're like, ooh, dookie. That'd be the equivalent of, like, if you ate a sandwich and you go to take a bite into, like, a sub sandwich and then a switchblade just comes out and smacks you on the fucking forehead. Oh, and it's covered in Tabasco sauce, too. Look at him fighting the fuck out of that thing, dude.
It's time for him to enjoy his meal. On day 30, I pushed the experiment to a whole new level. I created something neither colony had seen before, an island. And this wasn't just any island. It was loaded with the yummiest seeds. But there was one huge problem. To get there, the ants would have to cross this deadly river. And even if they somehow survive the crossing, they're not done. The base of the island is coated with a slippery chemical. Once they reach the island, they'll have to climb its surface, which is almost impossible to grip. And even if they
This dude is just setting up bullshit for these ants, bro.
manage to get
Like, why do I feel bad for ants right now?
to the
But
top,
I do.
they still have one
He's like, we'll make their only source of food in the middle of the island, and they'll have to fight for it. But also, I'm going to coat it with a bunch of slippery shit so they can't even get to it. Yeah, like, this is
final challenge.
sadistic.
They have to
dude.
carry the seeds all the way back to the colony. Will the ants risk everything for this massive
Like, imagine if someone did this shit to your family, bro. You'd be pissed.
Or is it simply too dangerous to even try? Let's find out. It didn't take long before one ant made a bold move. It wandered too close to the edge, slipped, and fell straight into the river. Immediately, the current grabbed it. Instead of drowning, it was carried downstream. all the way to the island.
Bro, downstream. There's no current. It's fucking still water. What is this dude talking about?
By pure
I'm still here,
chance,
though.
the
I'm still
ant
locked
reached
in
the
for
base
it.
and
I'm here
immediately
for it.
began climbing toward the seeds.
Sadistic? Sadistic means like...
Oh no, it's too slippery. This
Yeah, I mean, bro, you cooked
surface
him.
was far more dangerous than it looked. As it climbed, it kept losing its grip and sliding all the way back down.
Yo, this ant, there's something to be said. This is low-key just pubs. I think there's for sure worse. Yeah, this ain't top-level competitive sadistic sadism. Sadistic is like somebody who likes to inflict pain on themselves or like others or shit for fun.
Its grip. This
I think that
surface
there's a noble tale here with this ant, guys.
was far more dangerous.
This is about trial and retribution, right? This is about success after trial and error.
Dangerous.
This ant climbs this slippery bullshit for this food
And it
fucking
looked.
20
As
times.
it climbed, it
and he
kept
falls
losing
back
its
down
grip
every
and
time.
sliding all the way back down.
That's how winning is done. It ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you get hit and you keep moving forward. How many shots I don't know what the fucking quote is. Something like that. So many shots you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
But then, it found a narrow path where its feet could finally hold. This time, it didn't slip. The ant slowly climbed up the seed pod, and finally, it made it to the top right in front of the seeds.
I ain't gonna lie, if I was this ant, I wouldn't even bring the seeds back to the boys. I'd just sit up there and start grubbing. I'd be like, did y'all come across the water and bust your ass 5 times and risk getting eaten by the fucking swamp monster? No? Alright, well, then y'all don't get to enjoy the spoils.
But wait, he's not even picking up a single seed. You see, ants don't just find food,
No.
they map it. They leave behind a pheromone trail so other ants can follow the exact same path back and forth. So even after everything it just survived, this ant knew it doesn't have a terrain to carry the seeds back. Back on the desert side, something incredible was happening. Other ants had caught the scent, and the colony began forming a living bridge that stretched out over the water.
Dude, if you think that your life is bad, bro, just remember, you could always be, if you think you got it bad, remember that your job could always be the ant whose only job is to be the river bridge. And if the fish or whatever monsters below you decide that it's your time, it's your time. And that's their job. Is
In
that right
nature, ants link their bodies to cross gaps and reach places they normally
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
can't.
Big ass
Everything
chain of
seemed to be
ants.
working well until, hidden just beneath the surface, a dragonfly nymph approached, waiting for the right moment to strike.
I ain't gonna lie, that's too many ants though. That dragonfly nymph just goes to grab one of them and he's getting cracked. Also, what is this plant on the left and where do I buy one?
Fight AI with AI. Defend autonomously.
Okay.
University of Phoenix feels.
Got hit with the double ad whammy. The dragonfly nymphs are lacking. They got a good snack right now. Nah, they
Then
go. That's
burst.
too many ants.
The
bro.
nymph shot forward and grabbed 3 ants,
Wait, that thing got big as shit.
dragging them
Y'all
underwater.
see how big that fucking thing got?
Places they normally till hidden just beneath the
Look how big he
surface.
is.
A dragonfly nymph approached, waiting for the right moment to strike. In a sudden burst, the nymph shot forward
Yo, look at that fucking thing.
and grabbed 3 ants, dragging them underwater. Or that's what I thought. The ants clamped onto the nymph, biting relentlessly.
Yo, does anybody else get the fucking, I get like itchy lips when I wake up in the morning. Is that weird? I think it's because I sleep with my fucking mouth open or some shit.
Even underwater, they didn't let go.
I'm just like,
And somehow,
all fucking night, and then I wake up, my shit's dry as hell, and I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
the hunter had become the hunted.
You said Carmen and mouth tape, sir. Yeah, a little mouth tape might be the
These
trick.
ants don't mess around.
I can't. The problem with mouth tape though is that I only have one nostril that works. Let me show y'all. You see what I'm saying? Like mouth tape ain't fixing that. Maybe it's ants. You think ants are just fucking slamming my lips at night? Carmex. Oh.
Luckily, the nymph managed to break free and disappear back into the
Ants can fucking straight up swim. Look at this guy.
river. With the nymph retreating, the ants rebuilt their
I
bridge.
know, dude. They almost
With
killed
the
that
bridge in
fucking
place,
thing.
The first ants crossed. They reached the island, climbed up, and this time they didn't hesitate.
Oh, dude, they're
They
cooking it up.
grabbed the seeds. One by one, they carried the seeds
How is he even holding this fucking seed, bro?
back from the island into their nest.
That's wild, bro.
The desert colony now had a massive stockpile of
Holy shit, bro! They're
seeds,
piling it
enough to
up.
last for weeks, while the jungle ants were still scraping by day to day. For the first time, the desert colony was winning. But over on the jungle side, something very different was unfolding.
What do we think? Who do we think's gonna win, dude? Let's take a little gamble here. Let's take a bet. Let's polls open, boys. Hold up. Oh shit! Hold on. All right, give me a second, boys. All right, boys, polls open. Let's get it.
A fruit fly was attracted by the butterwort and wandered into it.
I don't like that it's called the butterwort. I think they could have a better name for it.
You see, this plant doesn't trap its prey instantly.
Yo,
Instead, as
hey, I was about
the
to say,
fly
I don't see
moves
enough
and
people voting on
struggles,
the fucking
plant
thing, dude.
responds
I
by
made it a minute
releasing
long.
more of its sticky coating, slowly grabbing
The sticky coating of the butterwort. Like, what are we
hold
talking
of
about,
its
bro?
legs and wings.
Wait, this aquarium thing doesn't have a roof on it, does it?
For the first time, the desert colony was winning. But over on the jungle side, something very... Instead,
Is this just a fly from this dude's house? Do ants need water to live? Yeah, I would
as the
assume they
fly
have to drink
moves
water.
and struggles, the plant responds by releasing more of its sticky coating, slowly grabbing hold of its legs and wings.
Oh, low-key desert ants got it. The poll says desert ants got it.
A few moments later, the jungle ants picked up the scent of the protein. They rushed in, pulled the trapped fruit fly free, and carried it away like a stolen...
Wait, why did the ants not get stuck to it? Some goner redeemed hydrate. Cheers.
prize. Turns out, the plant's sticky trap wasn't strong enough to stop the ants.
Yeah, no, the ants are just
On
too
day 40,
giga-chat.
I woke up and noticed something strange. Giant black ants were wandering across the terrarium floor. Somehow, they had broken in. They were huge, fast, and they could even climb the glass.
They had broken in. What do you mean they had broken in? I refuse to believe that this dude didn't put these in here. You're telling me there's just a whole new species of bugs just existed in the fucking
In the
thing?
world of ants, a visitor is never a guest. It's an enemy. And my colony wasn't willing to surrender its home. The ants immediately rushed forward to drive away the intruders. Mandibles locked as both sides pushed,
Now, I refuse to believe that this dude didn't put these black ants in here. I just refuse to believe it.
pulled, and fought for control. Warning pheromones spread through the colony, and more workers rushed in to defend their home. Eventually, one by one, the black ants began slowing down.
He said, yeah, this guy's an ass. Yeah, he definitely was like, all right, let's see how they both defend. And
Ants
just
were
threw ants in there.
winning, and pretty soon they had won. To prevent any
He said, yeah, this guy's an ass. Yeah, he's a sadist.
more
bro.
damage to the colony, I carefully removed any new black ants before the fighting could continue. Soon after, my ants began carrying away the fallen invaders, turning the aftermath of the battle into a fresh source of protein for the colony.
Bro got fucking got sad music in the background. It's like, bro, you're the one who caused this shit.
After seeing the black ants up close, I realized their mandibles were seriously powerful. These ants were once used like natural stitches. Their jaws clamped onto the wound, and the body was removed, leaving the head to act like a staple. On day 50,
What?
I added an armored darkling beetle.
Who's using ant heads as fucking stitches, bro? What is this dude talking about?
These beetles have a strange defense mechanism. When threatened,
Oh my god, honey, I fucking slit my arm in the kitchen with the knife. Fuck. Go grab the ants. Like, what?
they stop, lower
a
their
jar
head
of
to the
ants.
ground, and lift their abdomen straight into the air. Then they release a foul-smelling chemical that acts as a powerful irritant. And the ants seem to understand the warning. But this blue death-feigning beetle had two superpowers of its own. First, when threatened, they could play dead. They'll freeze for hours until predators lose interest. And second, they were built like tiny tanks, with armor so tough that even lizards and birds struggle to break through.
Yeah, honey, we're out of ants. Can you stop at the pharmacy? She's like, I can't. I'm out of gas. Whatever. Fuck, I gotta order ants from ants.com or Amazon. Get fucking drone-delivered ants.
On day 60, both colonies were stronger than ever. The only thing still separating them was the river, so it was time to set up the bridge. For the first time, the two worlds were connected. At first, nothing happened, until a few hours later, two brave ants stepped onto the bridge. And then they finally met for the first time.
Wouldn't this just
They
be...
touched antennae almost
Yeah,
like they
the
were
ri-
exchanging
the river.
information.
He said, yo, fuck this guy. He's always putting predators in the desert ant colony. Yeah, he clearly has a favorite here.
They continued along the path
He's trying to thin the predator numbers on the other
to
side.
each other's territory.
I'm invested in this video, though. Can't lie.
For the first time, they stepped onto each other's land, not as enemies, but as one colony. The ants had chosen peace. Within minutes, ants from both sides were crossing freely. By the end of the day, the two worlds were no longer separate. They had become one massive super colony.
You know why the ants teamed up? He said, this guy's fucking up my parlay.
Meanwhile,
dude, I know exactly what happened. The ants the whole time were just yelling across the river at each other in ant language. And they're like, yo, fuck this guy. Keeps dropping. He's like, hey, they're like, is he dropping bullshit over on y'all side too? They're like, yeah. They're like, fuck this guy, dude.
the dragonfly nymph was waiting for its next meal.
The dragonfly nymph is the real enemy here. The ants are like, yo, y'all got berries? He's like, yeah, we got berries. They're like, can we get over there? They're like, yeah, not yet, but, you know.
And remember that seed pod? The ants finally solved it. After days of chewing through its tough shell, they broke in, pulled the seeds free, and carried them back to the colony. By day 70, one of the nymphs had completed its transformation and emerged as a dragonfly.
Now, what's it gonna do? It's stuck in this fucking place. Where's it gonna fly?
But she wasn't ready to fly yet. Her wings still needed time to harden before I move her to a bigger world.
All right. Interesting video. Wild experiments. All right, boys. What a day, huh?